What is happening, everyone? Hope you guys enjoyed that cinematic intro. So here's the Z800. Pretty freaking schmexy. It literally, this bike looks like a freaking Decepticon on steroids. I'm not even joking. It looks like a freaking beast. I mean, look at this. Let's give it a rev, shall we? Oh my god. When I picked it up, I made sure I drove it like I didn't drive it at all, because I wanted to give you guys my candid expressions of how the bike is, you know. But I did notice, because I was driving it through so much traffic, my left wrist from pulling in the clutch so often is starting to ache. But now it's fine, because I was doing those cinematic shots. It's quite a nice spot actually. I might do all the cinematic shots there when I review other bikes. But yeah, this bike is 230 kilos, guys. That's like not so far from a Hayabusa, which is crazy to think about. Like, I mean, by the looks of it, the Hayabusa looks like the heaviest bike in the world. I mean, probably not heavier than Harley's, but it looks pretty damn heavy for a sport bike. And considering this is only 30 kilos lighter than the Busa, it really doesn't feel like 230 kilos. I think it's probably because the way the riding position has been constructed. Like honestly, this feels easier to maneuver than the R6. Here's a tip: you can basically just stay on gear 3, and that's it. Like, you don't have to. You can start on gear 3. You can go, like, you don't need to go any higher in gear 3 in town, you know, because you don't need to go that fast. And yeah, it's basically like driving an automatic bike, except you have to pull in the clutch every time you stop, which is annoying when there's a lot of traffic, because you have to pull in the clutch so many times. It hurts your left wrist. But I mean, I don't mind it that much. I mean, it's part of driving a motorcycle, I guess, right? Driving it in towns like small suburbs like this, you know, where the traffic is all right, the bike's fine. It's definitely got more torque than a sports bike. It's freaking scary, dude, the amount of torque this thing has. And that's in gear, I think that was in gear no, that was in gear 2. Yeah, the amount of torque this thing has, you know, despite the fact of this bike being a 4-cylinder, an inline 4-cylinder. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, despite it being a 4-cylinder, it's just got so much torque. I can't believe it. You know, usually street fighters are 2-cylinders, and you know, that's because 2-cylinders they tend to have more torque than 4-cylinders. But I mean, it doesn't feel like it's the case with this bike. Why is everyone so obsessed with this bike? I'm starting to understand why everyone loves it so much. You know, you get the torque of like a 450cc dirt bike, and then you get the horsepower of a sports bike. Oh my god. Oh my god, bro. The torque on this thing is not a joke. You know, it's comfortable. It's what can I say about it? I know it's 230 kilos. It's heavy for a sport bike. I think, you know, they made that for an economic reason. They used a bunch of materials that was a bit heavier, but then they made it more economical, as in like it's very affordable. I mean, for an 800cc, you know, 20 grand, okay, that's expensive if you compare it to Western countries. But in Indonesia, for an 800cc, you know, a 2017 800cc for 20 grand, 200 million, that's actually very, very cheap. You know, you have to consider that. And for what it offers, I think it's pretty damn nice. What's the downsides? Okay, the ground clearance is pretty high. You know, you have to tiptoe. Like, I'm not the shortest guy, but I'm not the tallest guy, you know, and I'm tiptoeing. So the ground clearance is pretty intimidating. When there's like high hills that you have to go on, I kind of get scared. you know, also because I'm not 100% used to this bike yet. I literally just drove it a couple hours ago. I've seen other reviews about this bike, and it's not the best bike to tour. Like, if you're gonna go touring, it's not the bike where you can go longer than 8 hours. It's a day-to-day bike. You know, you're not gonna drive to another country with a bike, you know, like, I mean, you're not gonna drive to another province. You know, you're not gonna go on a Euro trip with this bike, but you can definitely take it for a good 5-hour cruise with your mates, you know, go touring, and you can still keep up with the big sport bikes and be way more comfortable. Okay, people who shouldn't buy this bike: people that love to go touring, you know, like to go on road trips where you need to drive more than 8 hours. People that are shorter than 5'7". I'm 5'7.5", and I'm just tiptoeing it. But I have a lot of confidence with motorcycles because I was riding a lot of 450 dirt bikes when I was in Australia, and they're pretty high. So I'm not that intimidated by bigger bikes. Yeah, we're gonna do a U-turn here just to let you know how it is. Like, it's not, I mean, if you've never driven a bike that's a lot bigger than you, you might get a little bit intimidated because you might, you know, fall to the right side. And if you lean over just a little bit, you're gonna drop it because it's 230 kilos. Yeah, so like I said, the only people that shouldn't buy it is people that are shorter than 5'7". But then again, you guys can just get a lowering kit and you'll be fine. So I'll cross that off, because if you really want this bike, you know, that's not the biggest problem. And so far it's been pretty damn comfortable because I haven't really had to stop much. But like I said before, if you have to stop and go very often, it's not going to be comfortable on your clutch hand. See, I mean, just now, like, turning like that, you know, doing a wide U-turn or doing a U-turn like as you guys saw before, it's comfortable, dude. I mean, it's not that scary because this bike has so much torque. It's gonna be so easy to lose traction and slide out. That's one thing you really have to be aware of if you're gonna buy this bike. Really paying attention to the traction of this motorcycle when you're cornering, and especially when there's gravel or when the roads are wet. Honestly, guys, I can't say anything bad about this bike. You know, even though it's 230 kilos, it most certainly doesn't feel like 230 kilos. Maybe when you're off the bike and trying to, you know, push it and pull it out of the parking lot. Turning feels fine. I'm not experienced enough though to tell you guys if this is worthy for the track. I mean, it probably is if you want to do it for fun, but in terms of, like, you know, competitive wise, I can't really tell you guys because I've never really taken a bike to a track, like road bikes at least. I mean, I've gone to motocross tracks and stuff. Let's have a bit of fun, yeah? Yeah, it feels way nicer to go fast on a sports bike because there's just so much wind, like, attacking you. Like, it's not really comfortable to go that quick. It's very fun to go from 0 to 100 really quickly, but, you know, from 100 onwards, it just gets really windy. But then again, I'm also wearing a motocross helmet. And I'm not wearing full leathers, so it'll probably be way more comfortable if you're wearing proper leathers and, you know, proper sports bike helmet. I'm still surprised of how maneuverable this bike is considering the weight. I mean, it's more maneuverable than the R6, but I guess that's because of the riding style. So yeah, I mean, what more can I say? I'm not getting paid by Kawasaki to make this review. I think it's a great bike in terms of budget, performance, you know, maneuverability. Despite how heavy it is, I would highly recommend it. And you get that comfort, you get that street fighter comfort. So it's a freaking amazing bike. So yeah, guys, if you enjoyed my video, please give it a like and a share. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. Yeah, I hope you guys had a good day. Thanks for watching my video. Yeah. Peace.